Action!
Welcome back to Coming This Summer. I am Jay Martin. Over there, Ryan Superbad Sharp, of course.
It's the day.
Today, the long-awaited
It's
long-awaited video. It's happening.
Oh my God! They're doing it.
We're finally going to go. And I think what we'll do with this, too, is every time there's a new one, we'll do a little mini update to the video. You know, kind of give the Pixar video is what I'm getting
like
to.
That. Like whenever a new...
So the new one comes out
I think
this fall or whatever.
Next
and then
one we get is Lightyear, right?
Yes.
That's the next one?
This summer. Lightyear is the next one.
And then there's, I think, going to be one every year after that, right? Like, they're just going to do, like, Call of Duty style, you know? Disney,
I think
Pixar,
they do one or
Disney,
two.
Pixar.
I think they do some years they do two still.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've seen...
Yeah.
Like, they're really cranking it up now. But,
Good.
there's 25, so it's perfect to do a list because it's 25.
Top 25,
They're at
AKA
25 films.
The only 25.
The Pixar list.
Yeah.
AKA, yeah.
We should have put
Pixar.
the shorts in
And
there.
I'm in...
Like the snow globe guy short and like the old guy playing chess, you know. Those rank pretty. That's top 5 for me.
Ooh, the shorts would be. That would actually be.
There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot
There's
of
some
good
good
Pixar
ones.
shorts. That's what I'm saying. Maybe we can do a
I
separate.
have that whole shorts collection, all the volumes, so I'll have to go through and see how many there are.
Oh, I'm sure they're
see
all
if it's
on Disney Plus.
how we do that.
Yeah.
They are too, but I mean, like, we have to do like a top 5 or 10 list because I think there's like just as many shorts as there are Pixar films.
That's probably true. There's a short for
So,
every
I don't know
Pixar film. And we
Pretty
gotta
much. There definitely was for a while.
all the Forky ones are technically shorts, so.
I guess. In the Toy Story episodes.
Yeah. Shit. Can we count Buzz Lightyear Star Command as an entire Pixar short and review that? That show.
No, we should every once in a while get into that kind of stuff. The classic Disney cartoons.
Yes, please. I want to. Okay, so
what we did,
go
as
for it.
we expand our library too for our reviews, so you guys can go. By the way, check out our Discord coming this summer.
Yes.
We'll
Yeah.
have all of everything we've ever reviewed and given a score to. We'll have index there with Superbad and myself in alphabetical order, and you'll be able to go check that out if you ever have you want an idea of our tastes and where we rank things. And we do a basic 0 to 10 scale. We were actually talking about this before pre-show about how we rank things. So we try to keep it basic, but also add a numerical value just so you guys can have an idea exactly where
rare
coming
that
from.
Things drop below a 5 for me when it comes
absolutely.
to throwing numbers on things. So I'm almost like,
you're not going to see above a 9 normally or below a 6 for me.
Right.
Normally, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's like, shouldn't we just do 1 to 5? But then it's like, well, but some movies are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some movies.
No,
need to go
I got
low.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. You don't want to necessarily give a 2. I don't know. I like the 1 to 10. I think it's the classic scale.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I think adding the decimal spot gives you that wiggle room that you're looking for, like for the 1 to 5. So
let's do it.
I think we start from the bottom up, right? We're
going to start with number 25 and work our way to our number 1 Pixar movies, which I'm very curious.
I'm going to keep track of something because I'm curious to how many we're going to match up on. Okay.
Okay.
I kind of want to do like a point system where like how opposed are we or how, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like how much our interests align.
How much is this going to ruin our friendship?
Yes. Okay.
So before we start, we're going to get flack for anything we say about any Pixar movie.
Let me preface this by saying you might be minor spoilers in some of these because we might talk about that.
And we get their kids' movies. We get that, but we're still.
And also, when we say worst,
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad movie. Because I want to just go out and say this now: Pixar, pretty much everything they make, even their worst stuff, is better than 75% of everything
watch that
else.
Than
honestly,
most other things. Yeah,
right. So don't take that as oh my god they hate it. No, just in a Pixar universe. Yes. This is strictly in a vacuum of Pixar. You guys have to understand that.
Yeah. Right.
Like, we're not talking about Pixar versus DreamWorks or Pixar versus Illumination or Blue Sky or any of that stuff.
Pixar probably wins all of that, but I'm just saying.
Pretty much, minus a couple DreamWorks super films, you're not wrong. Yeah. You're not wrong. And we'll get into the DreamWorks thing probably next week.
That works. Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
in the next couple weeks. Actually, I think they maybe we'll save that video for the new, what is it, Bad Guys or whatever.
Yeah. We also got to review
That's
Cheaper
coming
by the
out.
Dozen. I know we don't want to watch it, but we have to.
You know, I was sat down to watch that last night, and I got the kids, you know, and you know what ended up going on? The original Cheaper by the Dozen.
Nice.
I couldn't even talk the family into watching the new one. They're like, "Wow, Steve Martin." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
I know. And Bonnie Hunt.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, you know what I mean? That
All the
movie's
child
stacked
actors are
with.
pretty great.
It's-
It
yep,
was like early
yep.
2000s child actors. And
It had
shit.
like Hilary Duff,
Yep.
Piper Perabo. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
give it to me.
it's yeah,
We got to do
yeah.
it though.
Isabella from Phineas and Ferb.
Okay. Perfect.
I mean, it's yeah.
All right, let's get into.
But anyway, Pixar. Pixar, not just Disney. We're getting off.
I want
sidetracked
you
like
to
we always
start
do.
with the worst one, so I don't get flack.
Okay. So this is my lowest. This is my lowest, and we'll give you our official coming this summer rating on our 1 to 10 rating on all these.
Okay.
I think this is probably by far Pixar's weakest movie.
It's gonna be the
and,
same.
and probably in general an actual weak movie, not just Pixar's weakest. But Good Dinosaur is number
Boom.
25
Yes,
for me.
sir.
That is definitely, in my opinion, the worst Pixar
It's
movie.
not good, man. When
made.
the story serves no purpose and just like the character just ends up where he was at the beginning, and it's like,
there's not a lot of
I've
growth.
earned this, but it's like, no, you didn't. You killed your dad, and you fucking pussied your way through the world to get back to your house where nobody likes you. You know. That being said,
It was weird. It was a mess.
the animation in that movie
It's beautiful.
is fucking
the
stunning.
movie's
stunning.
is beautiful.
And the concept is cool. Like, what if dinosaurs didn't get
And I'll say
killed,
this,
you
putting
know?
it on at night for the kids, because honestly, I have 3 kids, and I've got now, and they're getting older now, but I still have 2 single-digit, aged kids, so they're still pretty young.
It's the perfect go-to-sleep movie.
It's the perfect go-to-sleep movie. They don't like the movie. Neither of them
Yeah.
are and they love dinosaurs, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my 9-year-old wants to watch Jurassic World and all that kind of stuff. So you
Pixar
think, okay,
dinosaur
cool, a
movie,
dinosaur. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Would make kids go like, no.
And I
fucking
think that's
way, dude.
why.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
think
should've
that's
been.
why it's even worse than
Yep.
it could have been.
Terrible. But it's fun to
So-
look at. It's really nice. They do a lot of cool weather, like animation.
Oh yeah,
and,
the
like,
flooding sequence,
yeah,
like when they get
yeah.
that whole. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful movie, and like again, it's not a terrible. Are there worse movies? Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, times 1,000, yes. But for Pixar, this felt like none of the big 4 or 5 that we used to have. I know Blue Sky doesn't exist anymore and all that stuff, but this felt like I don't know, one of those weird animation movies that comes out every couple of years, and you're like, what studio made that? And you've never heard of it, and it's just that's what that movie felt like, but with like a monster budget.
Yeah.
Does that make
They put
sense?
a Pixar filter over that movie. Yeah.
Right?
It was like another.
So I gave it a
company.
6. That's a 6.5 for me.
Whoa.
Is that low?
No, I gave mine a 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, because like I said, it's got all the basic beats for a kids
my
movie
God,
for
I
a
hate
story.
it.
It's boring.
I hate it. I hate everything.
I think if
about
you're
it.
between the ages of 1 to 5,
I even
1
bumped
to,
that
1
up
to 6,
because of the animation
Wow.
and the concept.
Wow, 3.5?
Yeah, dude. Fuck that movie.
that almost seems trollish. That's
What?
so low. Wow, 3.5. That's crazy.
That's the
Okay,
bottom
no,
of the
hey,
list, bro. You can't start with a 6.5.
No, I preface by saying I pretty much all Pixar movies are pretty decent, even the
Wow.
worst of the bunch.
Wow,
So.
you're not gonna like my next one. That's even lower.
Oh, what's your
score.
24?
My 24 is a movie that should have been great and should have came out like 5 years before it did, and that's Finding Dory. I
wow.
do not like Finding Dory, and I literally left the theater when I was theater hopping as a teenager because nothing happens. Nothing happens in the movie. It's the same plot as the first one, and they don't do anything special. There's no like. Usually a Pixar movie is like, here's a scene where we give you an animation sequence that's like just dope, just the best thing you've ever seen, and it's just Finding Nemo again. It's the same movie, except now we're doing a sequel that shouldn't have happened. You know?
I don't disagree, and this will be one of those ones. It's close enough that I'll just comment now. So it's a little farther up my list, but not much, and I'll just say I don't 100% disagree with you. But
see what I'm
I
saying?
thought it was I think it's way more entertaining though than you're giving it credit for.
Nah,
Just on a scene by scene basis, it's probably a movie that
Okay.
definitely shouldn't have existed. But the voice talent and the funny setups that they have, it's definitely enjoyable.
Sigourney
I'm
Weaver
forgetting
is
his
great.
name. Ed. What's his name? That plays the
right?
octopus.
Yeah, I don't. Is it
Yeah.
Ed
From
Helms?
Modern Family. I'm completely.
I don't know.
No, not Ed Helms. I'm spacing on his name. Of
I have
course.
no idea.
Normally, I have like half my notes in front of me, but I don't have that.
Yeah.
He that stuff's like those whole scenes are really funny. Like Idris Elba as the seal out on the rock with the other guy as the seal while they're fighting off the dumb seal that that wants to be on the rock. There's funny parts of the movie. Like a bunch of funny parts. Well, let me just say that I feel like the movie was shorts tied together.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It's like episodes of a Finding Nemo TV show.
Yes.
It's like a season.
I will agree with you on that
Thank
aspect.
you. Okay. That's exactly how I felt. I gave it a 2.5.
Wow. Well, you're harsh, man. See, I don't think, like you even said, like you won't find many things under 5 for you, but see, to anything that has to break under 5 has to be like a really, really bad movie. And that's another one that I don't think is.
That's my opinion.
See,
I do not like it.
No, I get it. No. I understand. No,
If it
I
came
can't
out.
wait to go through our catalog of reviews in 5 years, and I'm looking at finding.
Oh my god.
You think they wait? But that's Pixar
I know,
gets a pipeline.
I know.
So they have to,
I know.
that I can't blame them on. But I get it. So that's your my 24
Go for it.
is Brave.
Okay. So our bottom 5 are very close then. They're pretty close together.
And the reason reason I think Brave is the second worst is because there's a little movie from Disney about a family that
Brother
turns into
Bear?
bears. Oh, that's what it is. So they basically it was so much of a like, hey, we got a chance to basically kind of redo Brother Bear, but let's do it
Bear.
right? Now, is the movie bad? No, it just felt it just for Pixar, it's one of those again that I felt like what am I watching?
Well, it's like a Disney movie. It's like a secret Disney movie.
They took Brother Bear and then they took like
Brother Bear's
I don't
way
know.
better too.
Yeah. But it's I don't know. Disney even cracks on themselves in Wreck-It Ralph too, when you can't even understand Merida talking in the universe. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
funny, yeah.
But
If
I
you
mean,
had the
it's
chance
funny,
to
but
change
they're
your
cracking
fate,
on their own.
would ye? No, I wouldn't.
It's just again, is it a beautiful movie? Yes.
Is it?
Is it whimsical? I think it is.
Okay.
I love Ireland,
so.
Scotland. I love all those areas.
All right.
I love everything out there. I love the movie. I think it looks beautiful as far as visuals go. Again, it's very. It has that Frozen kind of the first Frozen kind of atmosphere to the movie, but the story is just, bleh. It's just bleh. They could have made her so much more badass. The whole I don't know. The whole thing was just. I don't know. I gave it. It's definitely better than Good Dinosaur by miles. I'll say that.
Okay. All right.
Out of the two, if someone said pick one of these two, it's definitely Brave All Day. I gave that a 6.8, but I think that's one of their weaker. And I think that came out right before or right after Good Dinosaur. So it was when they weren't exactly. Wasn't it one or two before or one or two after Good Dinosaur?
I can't remember. My list is all wonky now.
Conjongled.
Yeah, because I've ranked all of them.
So that's my 24. That's my 24. I figure as we're doing this, and I know you love doing this because we never put it on the screen half the time, but I figure we just have each of our lists kind of build as we talk about it. That way people can just reference on the side.
That's perfect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Then they can just go back and go, what did he say?
Yeah.
So far, 25 we've agreed on Good Dinosaur, and then he's got Finding Dory at
24. These are our
24. I've got
opinions too.
Brave.
Like I ranked
Right.
how I feel about the movie. And then some of them I was like, well, I'd rather watch this than this. That's also what I did.
right.
Like,
I understand the tiebreaker type stuff.
Finding Dory is way
I
down
get
there
that.
on movies I'd rather watch out of the Pixar movies, right?
Well, see, yeah, I get it. Like, I put whether I want to watch it a little weight in there, but I also do that. I respect things that I don't necessarily like. Like I like certain genres of music, and I don't like
Okay,
others.
you're
But
right.
that doesn't
I'm just
mean
an
it's
asshole.
not good or
I'm
talented.
Harsh. I'm just harsh.
Well, no, but that's also I get it. You know, but Finding Dory is definitely a movie that did not need to happen.
No. And
You're not wrong about that.
that being said, talking about sequels, my number 23 is Cars 2. which served
Wow.
like no purpose, and again was just like a TV show. Just like here's an extended Mater short, which if we're doing shorts,
Okay.
we'd have to do all of those too. Unfortunately,
I'll disagree on your first part, but I will 100% agree on your second part. It is definitely. I think
the movie skips over Doc's death, and we only get that in Cars 3, which is like bullshit. You know what I mean?
No, see, I agree. The it wasn't that Cars 2 wasn't necessarily needed because I didn't hate the Cars universe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I think the fact that they went so far left from the plot so fast, like that wasn't like 3 or 4 or 5 or a spinoff. That was like the sequel. And Bruce Campbell and Michael Caine was in the movie, and that made me happy because I like those guys. Those are some of my favorite actors.
It's fun.
But again, you're not
It's
wrong.
fun.
It's a fun. I think it's a
movie.
way better
I
movie
totally
than
agree.
people give it credit for.
Yeah.
People shit on that movie way worse.
And they play
than
the Tokyo
than-
Drift song, I think.
But I was gonna say the movie's beautiful. It's definitely entertaining, but it does not feel like a sequel. It feels like a Mater spinoff TV show. You're not wrong. I 100% agree with that.
Yep.
I definitely like the concept, but that should have been something that happened to be as the series is wrapping up, as that franchise and that world is coming to an end. We get
Right.
like a
Right.
Fast and the Furious rock
Yeah,
spinoff.
do-
You know what
then
I mean?
do a
Like same thing we
spin-off.
got.
Yeah, then do a
Right,
spin-off movie.
right.
Don't make your sequel the spin-off, to the point where your main character is just he's over there. He's racing against Sacha Baron Cohen from that Will Ferrell movie, whatever, right? I don't know, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I gave it a 4. I have Cars 2,
Wow.
but then the number, so it says like 24, and I'm like, that's not right.
Like, that's a really high score.
Yeah, I'm like, wow,
Okay.
I must have really liked Cars 2. No, I gave it a 4. Very just kind of
Damn.
exists. It gets better. My list goes up. It starts getting up there.
I'm wondering if I should tell you where the other ones are
Also,
so you
to
can
be
plug
fair,
them
I
in the
fucked myself
list.
with Turning Red because I gave it a 5.5. So
Kind of set the bar.
now you know where that's going. Based on my list, that's the next couple is Turning Red. But yeah, man, just a 4.
So should I tell you where those are that you already ranked so you can just slide them in the spot, or should I just wait till I get there?
Just wait till you get there, right? What's your
Cool.
23?
No, I just want to double check.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
that's
match
perfect.
up
My
with
23.
the 20, numbers, top, bottom.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I didn't know.
Yep,
I was
yep.
on the fly. We're talking.
You're good.
My 23 is Onward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Really?
I'm not a big fan of the last few Pixar movies. I've told you that before.
Wow.
I think Onward is a paint by numbers. Illumination could have done that movie.
What?
A out of your way to make you cry. Like not just a night. Like Pixar's really good about hitting those emotional heartstrings.
Yeah,
but
and Onward did that.
And Onward
my
was
God.
too in your face and paint by the numbers for me. I just didn't. It's not a bad movie. I just didn't like it that much. I've
Man,
literally
dude.
watched it one time and was I gave it a 7. It looked cool.
Okay.
I thought
I still gave it higher than
Chris Pratt and Tom Holland did great with the voice acting. I thought that stuff was funny.
My problem with Onward
it wasn't bad.
was every time Chris Pratt or Tom Holland's character spoke, I could just see them in the recording booth. They didn't do anything different.
That's another thing.
They were just doing like Chris
it's
Pratt
just them
and
talking.
Yeah. It's
Tom
low on
Holland's
my
English
list,
accent.
but I definitely like the movie a lot.
I gave it a 7. It's definitely a decent movie.
Yeah.
And I think those first two of my bottom two is a clear. Wow. There's a clear shift after those, and they all start kind of. Actually, after 18, it goes. You start to see a definitely improvement. I feel like you'll start to see the cluster. You'll start to see kind of how there's like errors. I feel like of who's directing and writing and running Pixar here. I don't know why. It's just kind of how I redid the list like 6 times.
Yeah.
And it kept coming out pretty close.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Onward is my 23.
I was really
I'll
excited
segue
for
right.
Onward, so I think that helped me in my movie
Okay.
experience because it was like fantasy, but like real, like modern, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, dope.
like Monsters Inc. style monsters, but like
Sweet
actual, like
concept.
more
Yeah.
humanoid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was disappointed.
Okay.
My 22 is Luca.
Fuck you. You can. We're done. We're okay. This has been coming this summer. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. 22.
22.
That
That's
means
another.
oh my god. Oh my god. Really? Tell me
Yeah.
tell me why. Tell me why.
I just there was
Wow.
it's one of those ones and there was a coin flip, by the way, between 22 and 21. I will say that before I'm not going to say what it is.
That
yet.
makes
I know,
me
'cause
feel
we gotta do
better.
22.
That means
Because,
Toy Story
honestly,
4 is better than Luca to you? Are you shitting me?
I'll tell you why. Not very
Okay.
not very many spots up, but yes.
Wow.
We're getting like I told you.
Wow.
Luca again is not a bad movie.
So
It was
good.
one of the it's Pixar. That's when Pixar has now started to try to kind of change their animation a
The
little
art
bit
style,
and kind of
man,
differentiate themselves
is amazing.
from
yeah.
again, I don't know. It's just like my gut thing. Something about the movie as far as Pixar goes, it's I don't know. I can't describe it to you. I gave it a 7-1. I think it's better than
Okay.
Onward. Definitely better than Brave and Good Dinosaur.
We should have
And
really
it's a
talked
coin-
about our numbers because it's gonna be all over.
I
the
think
place
it all
with the
starts-
numbers.
That's okay. I kind of like it. I kind of like that our numbers were
Fine.
kind of
cool.
But yeah, no, it's within striking distance of like 3 other movies. So don't get me wrong.
Wow.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad
Wow.
movie. And like I said, it starts getting jumbled here because I think Pixar
Wow.
movies.
Luca
almost-
is in my top 10.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I love that movie, dude.
Wow.
The summer like vibe, the beach, like kind of deal, the water, the concept,
Yeah.
the transformation on like when they come.
That
in
stuff
and out
was
of the
cool. Like I
water.
said,
Oh my
visually,
God,
it's
dude.
awesome. I don't know, story wise.
The bad guy is such like a dick, like Ercole is like this fucking dweeby,
Yeah.
like older kid who's picking on the little guys. I fucking love that movie,
Top
dude.
10 for you.
So it's good.
All right,
The
so what's your,
animation's great. My 22 is
what's your-
Brave. I put Brave at
Okay.
22, and I gave that a 4.5.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
I literally put, if it was Disney, I'd probably like it because it just didn't fit Pixar.
It definitely felt weird. Yeah, weird.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's wrong studio, guys. Try again. But anyway, we talked.
All right, what's your 21?
My 21 is Toy Story 4, and I gave that
Okay.
a 4.5 because everybody in
Coin
that
flips.
movie
Go.
acts completely out of character, so Pixar can squeeze just one last fucking journey of all of them together, right? They're like, let's.
You're not completely wrong.
We got one more, but it's at the top of my bottom 5 because of Forky, because Tony Hale just destroys that fucking.
Oh, Forky's
movie.
great, and Duke
destroys that
Kaboom,
movie.
Keanu Reeves
Keanu
comes in and
Reeves.
absolutely.
And the animation, there's like one scene like at the beginning where like the
Oh, it's
rain
ridiculous.
is falling.
It looks
yeah,
real.
And like the
Like
lights,
real life,
all the
yeah.
lighting, and they like make the cat is like this photorealistic fucking cat that is just like, is this live action? Is that what? I don't know if this is animated or not. So it definitely tops out the bottom 5. But that being said, everybody is just nobody's acting how their characters would act. It's
Okay.
like Woody is like
No, there are definitely some that do not act how they would act.
It's like, well, they
you're
could have
not
done
wrong.
that in 3. If that was the end game, then it's like, well, just keep them all in the daycare.
It definitely
you know?
wasn't. Yeah.
Like,
It was-
so.
yeah.
But now he's like, no, my whole journey of me wanting a kid and needing a kid, and fuck that. I get to bank chicks.
Since
and,
that
go hang out
movie
with
for me is
Keanu
only
Reeves.
a couple spots, a couple spots ahead. I'll comment now, so we'll just when we get to it, I'll say what it is when we move past. But yeah, my issue is that movie. You talked about Finding Dory not needing to exist. Holy shit!
Okay,
Toy
but-
Story
but-
4 is the
but
most unneeded Pixar sequel
I'd
in the history
rather-
of Pixar sequels.
I'd rather watch Toy Story 4 than Finding Dory, though.
I also don't disagree with that. It's not. Is it a bad movie? No.
No.
Should it have?
No.
Should that story have happened before Toy Story 3? Yes, because
Okay.
there's.
Okay.
I mean, before
Yeah.
the end, how they ended Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Because there's. You're right. Woody completely out of character, and Buzz turns into a.
Bumbling idiot. He presses the button.
I can't
on his-
describe it. Not
Yeah.
just a bumbling idiot, but he goes from like basically like Woody 2.0, where he's like, we got to stay together and
Yeah.
never quit till the end, and then to like, yeah, you're right, I'm dying, whatever, it's fine, I'm
Yeah,
out, I quit.
later,
I'm
dude.
tired.
Yeah. Bye.
Like the whole entire plot thread of the entire original movie was about adversity and making through it and staying together and
Like
family
friendship
triumphs
and-
overall,
yeah, right.
and friendship triumphs
Yeah.
overall. And at the end, it's like, yeah, this chick that
I'm gonna
she's
go
back,
bang chicks and hang out with Keanu Reeves. Top that, Tim Allen. fuck you.
That's what it felt
Yeah.
like. It did. Like they break up the and I get it's like, oh,
He
but it was
leaves
redemption
Bullseye,
because now
dude.
he found
Fuck off.
it's to say like,
Fuck
but he
you.
found Bo Peep and they were in love. Like, well, couldn't they have made it to where they didn't like separate? I don't know.
Just have all
the
the
third
toys
one ended
come,
so.
you know? Yeah.
Like, why did he just go with Andy then? Like, they built that entire angle up for the end of 3 to make you cry, and then he ends up staying with the toys just to leave them.
Because there's not going to be toy
immediately
chicks for
after?
him to bang in college. You know, he's just going to be watching Andy bang chicks
ridiculous,
through
man.
the toy chest. You know, he doesn't want that. Andy's going to be ripping bongs and banging chicks, you know, in his dorm room, and Woody's like, I'll chill with the kid. You know, I'm going to hang out with the child who loves me and he'll take care of me.
And then he has a change of heart immediately when he sees Bo Peep. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, Keanu, Key and Peele came in and were great.
Unnecessary,
and,
but yeah, anything they're in is.
But no,
pretty
you know
funny.
why they added them. They needed unnecessary, yes, but
Yeah.
needed
Comic relief.
to help you forget why we're even watching 4 because it shouldn't exist. And yeah, Keanu Reeves came in and absolutely
Forky,
dude. Saved the entire
Forky
movie.
is the
And Forky-
funniest
and
fucking
Forky,
thing
obviously.
in a long time.
He basically played himself from Arrested Development in a fork form, and
When he's first
It was
introduced, he just wants to kill himself. He's like, I'm trash. And he just keeps
Yeah,
there's
I'm
the
gonna kill myself,
throwaway
like, over and
montage.
over and
It's
over.
fucking
Yep.
amazing. But still, compared to some other movies, you know, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it
yeah.
high. That's why it tops out my
My
bottom
21.
5. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my topping out was Turning Red.
Okay.
I coin toss that between Luca. It's their 2 newest ones. I thought Turning Red mastered a little better of the new art style they're going for. I feel like it's weird for Pixar, but I like that they're trying to change it up a little bit.
They're trying stuff. Yeah. It gets boring when you have the same animation for the past 20
but to
years.
me it felt like almost another version of Luca. Like, it was not much different. Instead of turning into a monster, it was turning into a panda. It was getting over your parents who didn't want you to have freedom, because that was exactly what Luca was too. They're trying to send him
But
away.
Luca
It was
gives you
very
the message of like they're monsters, but they're really just people. So it's like there's that acceptance. But in this one, they're all just like
there is. This one was the
fucking
same, but it was
panda.
acceptance for the family.
It's like fucking.
But it was for the
yes.
family.
Yeah, not the fact that she was a panda monster. Everybody was like
But
immediately
the story
cool
was
with
the
that.
exact same,
Yeah.
though. It was transforming
Okay.
and acceptance, and
Okay.
so
I buy
honestly,
that.
they're the same movie.
Wow.
Turning Red was a little
Tangled Red.
was a little cuter.
That's a different movie. We
Yeah,
don't
can you
wanna
read my writing?
talk about that. Tangled Red.
I thought Turning Red looked cuter. You know what I mean? Like, my kids definitely, out of those 2, I kind of judge that too. I like to kind of see how the kids like it, and since I have the whole aspect of kids.
You got a
Turning
focus
Red has
group
been
in
more
your house. That's
popular than
bullshit.
Luca.
I'm just
I do.
an asshole.
I do. But I gave that a 7-1 also. It was definitely a coin toss between Luca and
Wow.
Turning Red, but that's my bottom 5.
Wow.
So to recap, I got Good Dinosaur, then Brave, then Onward, then Luca, then Turning Red from 25 to 21.
Okay.
And Superbad's at
Mine's Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Cars 2, Brave 3. You have Cars 2 higher than fucking Luca? Are you shitting me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Not by much. Not by
Wow.
much.
And then my 22
What's
and
funny
21
is-
Brave and Toy Story 4. Sorry.
My next set of 5 is a lot of ones that you just talked about on the other. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
we're that far off.
Okay.
Like, my number 20 actually is Cars 3.
What? You think Cars 3 is worse than Cars 2?
And I'm just going to go ahead, and since you already talked about Cars 2, I'm just going to tell you now, Cars 2 is 19. And it was a coin toss
Okay.
between 3 and 2. And here's why.
Wow.
3 is a better movie overall for Cars, but they absolutely fumble it in the third act so hard that that's all I
Remind
can
me
think
again.
about when I think
Remind me
about
again.
that movie.
It's been a while. When-
Okay, so Lightning McQueen, all of a sudden he's too old because they basically redo the entire first story arc again, where now there's
That's
a new
what I
racer that's
thought
coming
was
in to beat
weird.
everybody.
I thought the weird part of that movie was that this is the third one. Why in the first one, when he's just a rookie, is he now fucking retired 2 movies later? You know? I thought that was a
Right.
little
No,
too
the-
quick.
the-
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And not to mention that his girl trainer, who is basically him, like another version of his car,
Yeah.
who just wanted to be a racer all her life, he literally stops the race after to prove all that stuff, and then like lets her finish the last lap. Who's never the whole thing it just falls. It made it. I can't describe to you how narratively it just is. It's dumb.
Wow.
I don't think I feel like Cars 2 is a better act. From 1 to Act 3 makes more sense and in a better structure than Cars 3.
Okay.
So they both get 7.2s.
Wow.
But that's my 20, and like I said, I'm already throwing 19 out since you already talked about it.
Okay.
But that's Cars 2 is 7.2 and Cars 3 is a 7.2, and that 20 and 19.
My 20
rankings.
is I put Bug's Life because I like Bug's Life.
See, we're not far.
A lot.
Our next sets are
Okay. Like the movie's fun. It's like it's very the bugs, all the colors, all the characters is the best. And that movie
The movie's just
has
fine.
hold on. That movie has some of the best sound design like in any animated movie.
And it has psychopath Kevin Spacey.
Oh, does it? Oh, is he Hopper?
He's
Wow. Okay.
Makes a lot of sense now.
That
doesn't
movie
it?
goes down. Yeah, that movie's right there then. Yeah. Yeah. But then again, like it's old, so it's like the animation is
clunky,
jarring. Yeah, not bad because
Yeah.
it's like obviously
for the
first.
time.
Yeah.
But if they did that now, imagine how it would look.
But the sound design, man, like from the machines he uses to like the plopping of the seeds when everything falls off of the like hill or whatever, and it's like all the seeds and shit, and it's just like it's like the best fucking sound I've ever heard ever, and it like it's been in my brain since even as a kid. I was like,
that's funny.
That shit sounds that's like the best sound ever. Like it sounds like for our other show we have the Plinko board. When you drop it, that's like the like on the corks or whatever. That's what it's perfect, dude. The sound design is amazing.
You're making me think that that should be their next thing is Pixar starts remastering their originals.
I love it.
Just completely in a brand new engine.
I love it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since the sound is so good, all you need is just to redo the animation.
Yeah.
Over.
I'd take it.
Think about watching A Bug's Life animated looking like Turning Red. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it'd be up there then. It'd be fucking.
You know what I mean?
Like
in the
top 10, probably. Yeah. But.
So that was your 20?
I gave it a 5.
So you already know my 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very middle.
You already know my 19 is Cars 2, so what's your 19?
My 19 is Turning Red, and I kind of fucked myself into that one.
So
I gave it a 5.5 on the review, and like the animation's good, but like again, it just targets a demographic, and like there's another movie there that they could have gotten, I feel. I don't know if there was like another movie written. It just feels like you could have gotten something else out of that concept. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Like, all right.
Yep.
But I get the whole
weird.
like boy band thing and like the teenager.
Yeah,
coming
there's some
of
Bob's
age.
Burger stuff borrowed.
Yeah,
I've read a lot of stuff online. I'm not the only one that feels that
I'd rather
way.
watch Bob's Burgers. That being said, 18 is Bob's
would.
Burgers the movie. No.
So
Yeah. Conveniently. Yeah, I gave that a 5.5. So, what's your
All
18?
right. 18, Toy Story 4. Wow. For all the reasons we stated above. Not very many spots above yours there. Like, what, 3?
Yeah.
For your rounding
Pretty
out.
close.
21. So, like I said,
Okay.
we're not bad. I gave it a 7.4. Again, it's not a bad movie. It just doesn't make sense. It shouldn't exist. It's weird. And we talked about that, so we won't waste too much time on that.
My 18
what's your
is
18?
I put Onward. It's still low.
Okay.
But
Yeah, see, you gave me crap.
but it's not fucking bottom 5, dude. It's better than Cars 2.
It's bottom 7.
It's better than Cars. Yeah, shut up. Bottom 8. I gave it a 5.6. That
Okay.
I needed more magic.
See, Toy Story I gave
in the
7.4.
movie.
Yeah, okay.
For Tom
Yeah.
Holland to immediately be like at the end of it, he's like, casting all the spells. Also, I hate when they like have to call out the spell every time. It's like you don't that cringed it up for me when he's like, aloft elevar like 30 times over again. It's like you're not doing a good job there, Holland. I could every time I hear them talking in that movie, it's just like I see them. I see Chris Pratt and I see Tom Holland in a recording booth, in a VO booth, just speaking, and it's like you could maybe throw a little something on there, to differentiate your voice from fucking Star-Lord and Spider-Man, you know, because he's literally just Spider-Man in that movie. Like, god damn it, dude. But yeah, I gave that a 5.6. It's just above Turning Red for me. I agree with you that Pixar has been slipping. I really liked Luca, and Soul was great too. You know, we'll get there, but man.
Oh,
dude,
I'm not. Yeah, Soul's. I haven't got there yet. Right. No, that's the exception right now to make the rule. Soul is amazing. Okay. But we'll get up to that.
All right.
And I'm thinking now as we do this, maybe what you want to cut off at 15 or 11. I think we should do a part 2, so the video doesn't have to go so long because we know.
Oh, that's perfect. What's half of 25? Quick, go.
12 and a half.
So we stop at like 13 then, and then go like.
I was gonna say 15 or 10 is a good stopping point, or 11. I mean, 15 or 11.
Okay. All right. What's
or 16 or 11? Because we can either do a top 15 if you want, or a top 10.
Okay,
for
I do
part
agree.
2.
We should split it into 2 parts because this is getting a little.
Yeah. Well, it's long, and I
told
figure
you
we've been trying to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, we're trying to do more short form, so we might as well.
Yeah. What's your?
So what was that? 17?
That was 18. I said Onward for 18.
That was 18.
What's your 17?
Oh, yeah, mine was Toy Story 4 with the 7.4. My 17 is Finding Dory.
Wow.
So again, it's not that much higher than
it feels like it.
It's still it's a bottom tier. It's a bottom 10.
Yeah.
For sure for the Pixar. But still, again, I told you it's set piece with set piece with set piece.
Okay.
That individually are all pretty funny. So I gave it a 7.6.
Okay.
Overall, this is when Pixar movies I think start picking up. I think you start to see it from 15 and up with me. What's your 17?
My 17 is Monsters Inc. And I know that's
very,
very
Are you
low.
giving me crap?
Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. The problem is my next like 5
tier?
or so is like literally just like
bunched together
sequels.
Yep.
Though it's like the franchise ones. So it's like those can all be pretty much, you know, all the Cars movies are pretty close. Most of the Toy Story movies are pretty close, you know, and Incredibles are pretty close. So it's like really like
that's all. No, there's definitely jockeying for positions. Like
hard.
I said, no,
it's
you're not wrong.
Hard, man.
It's hard.
I gave it a 6.5. You know, it's good.
Okay,
it hits all the pins on the head. You know,
check marks.
Being old, the animation is like still holds up because it's like got that. It's like an art style almost. You know, it's like monster. You know, so everything's like it can look a little weird and artsy, and like the whole monster world is just all the buildings have like horns and like fucking all kinds of shit. Like, but there's like the scene, you know, where they're walking on the street and all the fruit guys and like all that. It's a pretty looking movie. You know, it's very fluid is the word. You know. But
oof, that's crazy though. Okay, no, I don't hate. I'm saying there's definitely some wild swings we'll have here. So there's
movies I rather watch. It's just so like beat by beat. Like also I've seen it to death, so it's like
18 trillion times.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I watch that movie and it's over in like what feels like 20 minutes for me because it's like, and we're done. Here we go, and we're done.
So many times. Yeah.
But you know,
I
would watch it. You know, if it was like on somewhere. You know, if like a kid's watching it, I'd be like, oh yeah, this part's funny. Like the trash compactor scene always got me. You know, loved it, and the voice cast. You know, is perfect. You know. The show brings it down for me, though. You know.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No.
What was that? What was that? 17 for you?
17. Yeah.
All right. So 16 for me, and we just talked about it. That's why I'll say it, and that's what I think. I think that. I think we stop it here. So 16 is where we'll end it.
Okay.
That'll be perfect. So we'll have a top 15. It's Bug's Life for me.
Okay. All right.
So again, it's not too much different than you. Again, I agree with most of the beat. You're right. Sound is amazing.
Yeah.
I like the story. I mean, it's classic Grasshopper and the ant story. I get it.
It's very basic.
Voice cast was great.
Yeah.
It is. And again, I would like kill to see. I gave it a 7.7. And the only thing I'll say this is Disney should do more. It's underappreciated. I know they got the tree at Animal Kingdom, but that movie cemented Pixar. Toy Story may have kicked it off, but the fact that they followed it up with another really good
concept,
you know what I mean, especially for the time. I mean, that movie is really underappreciated.
Yeah. I would take a
and
Bug's
again,
Life.
I know I have it at 16, but
yeah, I would take a Bug's Life show. You know, like
I would take a sequel or something. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Again, see, that's what I'm saying. It might be bottom 10 Pixar, but man, for franchise, I'd watch that above a lot of other things.
Okay.
You don't want to see our Illumination list, or maybe you do. All right, what's your 16 before we get out of here for the end of part 1?
My 16 is I put Cars. The first Cars. You know, it's a good concept.
Oh, wow, we're super close on a couple of these.
It introduces some good like characters. All the characters are fun.
Ka-chow.
Yeah, wow. Owen
Car.
Wilson. You know, Owen Wilson.
Wow.
And I liked you know, all the other racers like King and like
Oh, Michael
Chick
Keaton
Hicks or
kills it
whatever.
as
so good.
as the douchey green.
I needed more of them. You know, there was like I know it's about
that's the main problem with that
lightning.
franchise.
Yeah.
Is it didn't ever know what it wanted to be.
No, because it's like, am I watching a racing movie? Why is, you know, the desert thing? It's like, all right, cool. We meet this cast of like friends that he has. You know, that's his biggest thing. Is like,
it just moves on to the next thing.
Right, but then it's like, well, I'm still gonna race. You know what I mean? Because I found this the town where I ended up in has this famous, super cool racer that is gonna teach me everything I know, and it's like, okay. And then of course, at the end of the movie, he uses all the things he learns. You know, like classic kids movie. Of
course.
Right? Yeah, I got all these powers.
Yeah, no, it's
now,
good. It's
so.
a good movie.
Yeah,
We're pretty close on that. I won't give mine away yet because that'll be in the next part.
I gave that a 6.2. So
all right.
This is where my
You are
ratings
harsher
start to
than
go.
me.
Like Monsters Inc. 6.5, lower on the list. Cars higher, lower ranking though. You know.
Right.
So
no, I get that.
But I'd rather watch Cars than, you know.
Right. It's like having a favorite sports team. You know that certain players on your team, they might be your favorite, and you know they're not Hall of Fame compared to other players, but they're still your favorite.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get that.
Right.
I get where you're coming from on that.
This is a very super biased list. We only do biased lists here. No credible sources.
Super Yeah, no. Yeah,
that's
no, definitely.
That's my name, Ryan Super Biased Sharp.
Super biased. All right, so there's your 25 through 16.
Let me put a spacer there. So I know.
Pixar Definitive Super coming to summer list. We'll have parts 15 to 1 probably, or do we want to really spike?
No, we just do one more part. We just do 2 parts.
7 more parts.
Nice. Yeah, cool.
Like, subscribe, do all that stuff.
If you disagree,
check out crushwell.co.
If you disagree, go leave a comment and tell us how much of an asshole I am.
Tell us you hate us.
I like how you put everything higher, so everybody's like, they'll just think Superbad's a dick. You know, they'll think he's a dick.
I don't know. From what you were teasing me with as far as scores, is you definitely have higher. Like for your top goes way higher. People are going to hate on me then because I don't top out that high on scores.
Do we want to say what the highest
together
ranking
in a traffic
is?
jam.
Maybe not the movie, but what's your highest number? You know, so people have like a
8.8.
Oh wow, mine's 8.5. I brought mine down, remember, because Turning Red was wrong, so I had to scale. I had to scale down. So
so I thought you were in the 9s. Yeah,
okay,
I don't. It doesn't. Yeah, breaking 9's hard for me, man.
Right.
That's.
Yeah, I can break bottom 5.
It's a special movie.
We know that.
Yeah, you can. 2-1. All right. Till next time. You're welcome.